Hey everyone, Soundwave884 in a Transformers Kingdom review. In this review, take a look at their updated version of G1 Inferno. As we know, Kingdom is sort of split between G1 and Beast Wars characters. And there's an Inferno in Beast Wars that's not this Inferno. So this Inferno is the fire truck from G1. Box art here on the side is freaking lovely, as is the fire truck image down here. Kingdom, I have a love-hate relationship with the boxes. I'm not too big on just a little window because I like to see my figure, to see if there's any flaws and stuff on them, paint errors. You can see if something's missing, stuff like that. But the box art and the way they do this is beautiful in my opinion. I love it, love it, love it. Turn this side, you get your Kingdom box off here. 17 steps get you all the way around. And flip this side, and that's the box we just saw top. Really nothing big there. Bottom, your mumbo jumbo. So let's take a look at the figure and his accessories and what comes inside this package. So inside the package, of course, you're going to get the instructions. But if you have Grapple, then from Earthrise, you know exactly what you got with the figure. So we can toss this to the side. And my God, that went way further than I expected it to. Then you get his accessories. You get his blaster, rifle, whatever you want to call it. And it is exactly the same gun that came with Grapple. So just show that off right here. Grapple's still holding his weapon. This is Inferno's. Also, you get this right here. This is like to form the hose hand. Because you know, Grapple, the original G1 toys had little missiles. You put their hands, they fire off and stuff. And the cartoon sort of converted that as like certain things they do. I think Grapple is like a welding torch. Inferno is like it sprayed some of the water out to put out fires, foam, whatever you want to call it. It's exactly the same thing that came with Grapple. So they're reusing a lot of stuff here. So just expect that. Then you get something new. You get this little hose attachment that will go on the side of his head in robot mode and on the side of, I believe, the ladder in vehicle mode. And I've had it there. I believe that's what's that. You also get these little ropes hoses that just attach into these peg holes right here. And they can also attach to Grapple because he has these same peg holes down there. And you get 2 of them. So for Inferno, you actually get more accessories and pieces than it seems that you did with Grapple. Grapple, you got that big hook. With Inferno, though, you get 3 accessories, plus you get these little lovely little wings here on the side of his head. So I already brought Inferno in. So here is Inferno, the figure, and we'll just put some of the accessories on him right now. Alright, so let's add some accessories. This is his hose hand. Grapple I have in his left. I believe in the cartoon Inferno's was on his right anyway. So it's like the same thing. You just flip the hand around either side, and it will reveal a little peg port. And you will just tap that in or peg that in. Got a little hollow piece right there. I always want to make sure that it sort of faces the ground, so I'm not seeing that from the sides or the top when I'm looking down at the figure. Then you have this little hose piece right here. It's got a little peg hole, and there's a peg up here on the side. Not on this side, on this side. So this is where you would peg this piece on to the side. His head, and it can go up and down along with his head. So you can use that piece there. He's got an extra piece to put out fires. Then of course you got his weapon. So you have one hand left. Let's just go ahead and stick that in that hand. And there you go. Inferno is all armored up, accessoried up. We already added the hoses here at the bottom of his legs. And we'll just go ahead and throw in some quick comparisons. We'll bring in Grapple right here so you can see how these mold mates compare with each other. Pretty much is exactly the same figure in most places. It's just a reuse of all the parts. The arms seem to be the same. Top parts here, the legs, the feet, the thighs, the crotchetals, the front of the truck, all the same. The only difference you're going to really come into here is the head. The head sculpt is totally different, and the whole piece here, this whole piece that encompasses the head and then the back down here where the crane and the ladder or piece sits, that is new on each figure. That is something that is different. You can tell here he's got more of these little, his is a little bit wider. Inferno's is wider. Let's raise this up just a test so you can see that. Inferno's is wider on the sides. It comes up a little bit taller than Grapple's. So that is the difference, the big difference there in the figures. And just by look at them, you know, Grapple, I like Grapple. You know, he was the, you know, shelf warmer. I guess Starscream might have shelf warmer too, but Grapple, I saw a lot, was everywhere in some people's towns. Inferno, if you didn't get Grapple and you only want to get one of the mold and you skip Grapple, you might have done the right thing. Inferno, in my opinion, is a lot better than Grapple. You know, they use a lot of the same parts. It's mostly like 90% the same figure. With the accessories, the new head sculpt, the new ladder back there, he just feels and he looks better. So they fixed some of the problems that were here on Grapple are totally fixed with Inferno. The head sculpt, you know, Grapple's is nice, but I didn't like how the eyes were not painted fully. And you can see here how the light shines around the eyes, giving this little orange outline. Didn't like that part. Inferno, you ain't got that problem. He has a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. Very cartoon-esque, sort of toy-esque as well. Of course, you know, in the cartoon, Inferno did have two different head sculpts, depending on which animation company was animating him at the time. This is more the Toei head sculpt right here, and what they really intended for him to have. So just with them together, Inferno just feels more quality. Also, the peg pieces here on the back. Since this is a whole new sculpt back here, it's going to tab in the legs. You know, Grapple had that problem where the pegs were so tight, some would snap off in the legs when you put them in the truck and then tab it in. When you go to pull it out, you would break it. You do not, well, at least I have not had that problem here. You can see the pegs are a lot different. Grapples are longer, whereas Infernos are a lot shorter. You don't really get that problem. The only other problem you kind of get out of that is Infernos doesn't tab in as securely as Grapples did. But that's a good thing if it's not going to break off in the legs. I'm only going to show one more comparison off, and why not? This is his little buddy, Red Alert. Of course, he is rumored, I believe he's rumored to be the Walgreens exclusive this year in an Earth mode. My God, they are making the siege line totally irrelevant unless you just really want to have a Cybertronian mode for these characters. So with Inferno being pretty much Grapple, you know, redone in red plastics and stuff, there's not much else to go over with. And I just didn't notice him looking at him here. It looks like he's got a little pee-pee hanging down because of how the thing back here hangs down. Oh, sorry. RC, don't look. I don't want to get arrested. No, don't call Prowl. All right. So articulation on the figure is what you're going to get. If you have Grapple, it's what you got. Out to there, kick all the way to there, back to there. Sort of a soft ratchet. It's not really ratchets, but you got these little lines, and it is a little thing that you can feel it gripping them as you go. Ankle tilts to there. You have your upper thigh swivels right here. And I'm pretty sure a company will make fillers for this, because they made fillers for Grapple. I do not own them. The hollow parts here don't really bother me as much as it does some other people. And I can see why it would bother people. I'm not downplaying what bothers you. Waist swivel can do a 360 with the ladder straight down. It does not hinder anything except my hands, because the ladder will hit my hands and I hit the camera. So you got a 360 waist swivel. You can do some weird toe tapping with him because of the hinge here for transformation. No wrist swivels because it is all that one molded piece, but you can do weird things with the wrist going that way. You can see you got your bicep swivels, elbow bends to there, shoulders go to there, and of course you can 360 them around. Yes, these kind of get in the way, but these are also on hinges, so you can actually move them back, and they do tap into this piece right there. That's where they will go in vehicle mode. So if you don't want them out at all, you can just pin them back. So that is your articulation right here for Inferno. And yes, the weapon and this right here do support blast effects, as does this hose up here. So the blue blast effects can be water. You can apply those to those right there. Kind of wish they would make this packs of blast effects sold. And if you don't want to put them in stores, you can sell them on Hasbro Pulse, or it's exclusive to some online retailers, so a lot of people can try to get a hold of them. All right, so let's go ahead and transform Inferno. It's going to be very simple. Remove this piece here, and then remove his weapon here. Remove his hose here. Put that all to the side. And then it's going to sort of just flow like you would have done on Grapple. I'm going to take his feet, I'm going to pull him out, lower the hinge down. This piece here is then going to come back and rest on that. So do that. You come up here to the head, you want to detach this. It's going to come back, unfold all that, and this will pull out from here. And that will reveal this little cavity right here. And we're going to just straighten this piece out all the way. And then bring this down. And then these little pegs here, like I said, we're going to go in the holes back here. And that's what I'm taking. Oh, before I do that, we need to hide his head. This piece here will rotate in the middle, spin this sucker around, hides his head. Now we can go on and tab this stuff in. Like I said, it's not a tight tab like on Grapple. It holds very well though. And then if you hadn't done this already, you would tab these pieces back into those slots right there. And you want to bring this part here, his torso, up at the waist. Bring his arms untabbed. They tab in right here. And you're going to want to bring them like this, because you're going to also fold his hand in. And you want to bring this in. It's going to go inside right there. Now, before you do that, you want to turn his arms, because there are these tabs right here. So you want to turn his arm like this. So when you undo this one, bring this piece like this. You want to turn this one like that, because that tab here is going to catch right inside here. So we won't bring that back. And then this will just go inside of that little gap we had. These will tab together. And then down here, these two pegs. These little peg slots, or it's where the screw or pin is. That's what's going to catch on here as well. Now you're going to take this piece here, bring this up, lock it in, flip the ladder-like structure over. And now it's just about putting accessories on your Inferno. This little piece right here with this little slot is going to tab in. It's going to tab in right here on this ladder. It's like what it does on Grapple. It tabs in on the back there. Then you want to take this. This is extendable. Pull that out. You see this little peg right here. That's where this little hose with the little peg hole will go. On the side like that. Just lower the camera down. And there is Grapple. Now you have the gun here. It does peg onto the side. You see there's a peg hole here and on this side here. So there's pegs on either side. Pick and choose. The instructions show this side. Now it has hindrance from the handles hitting this piece here. Let's try to lower it out of the way more. So there we go. Gotta get it over that. And there is Grapple. Inferno transformed into his fire truck mode. You can see where Toy Hacks will be making probably some labels to fill in for the lights. You see where they're molded in for the rear lights. They're just not there. And I guess that's to give you a more cartoon look. Also, I guess for a cost-cutting measure, they don't have to make anything there. Turn to the front. And it's beautiful. I'm sure they come up with some kind of stickers to, you know, tunize the windshield. They're like cel-shaded stuff. It looks cool. I do like it. I kind of wish they went with white instead of gray up here. I'm not sure why they did it on gray. I know this is gray, gray, gray. They should have done white, white, white. I'm still not totally positive on the gray, just maybe because something else they needed to be gray. And they didn't want to make any more plastic colors. I think they only allow like 3 different colors of plastic per figure for some reason, as for the budgeting. So you got red, black, and then they need to say they needed gray for the little piece of plastic goes right here with the lights on or something. So they just said, screw it. Everything else is going to be gray as well. White, we don't need that color. So that is your Inferno. This piece here can go up. And then this piece here will rotate 360 around as well. So you get some articulation here in the figure. And this can go up and back and the opposite way as well. So cool, lots of play features here with your Inferno, which is very much like the Grapple. Lots of play features in vehicle mode and in robot mode. Lots of accessories. Excellent figure. Rolls pretty good. A figure I'm happy to have. I always liked Inferno and Grapple. I always liked Inferno a little bit more than Grapple. I think it's because he's the color red. Red has always been one of my favorite colors. Now, the only really negative I could say on the vehicle modes, they are kind of small. They're not as tall as they should be. They're kind of short. And that can be a problem, but they're going to stay 99% of the time in robot mode. Only time I'm going to transform them to vehicle modes if I want to fiddle around with them, or if I'm trying to do some kind of stop motion animation if the mood catches me or the time is available to me. So this is an excellent figure if you have a chance to get a Kingdom Inferno. I say don't pass it up. If you pass up Grapple, get Inferno. He is a lot better, in my opinion, than Grapple in overall looks and just feel of quality. Grapple I still like I said, I think Inferno just improves upon that mold. You already have Grapple, but you like Inferno, of course, get this guy. I'm not telling you what to do, but he is a good figure. I just think he's the better of the two. So thanks for watching this review. If you liked anything you saw here, please don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Leave a thumbs up and also leave a comment. Also, do have an Amazon affiliate storefront down in the description below. If you purchase anything through those links, it will help support this channel and continue me to grow. Also, do sell t-shirt merchandise, which there's a link down there as well. If you've watched any live streams recently I've been a part of, you would have seen the shirt. And also, if I do any videos with me on camera, I do try to wear that shirt as well. So the Soundwave shirt pretty much is the picture at the intro of my video. Until the next one, peace out.